Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishabhai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Karamanyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purana Namalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakutam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Samasthajanakalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Maunavyakhya prakatita parabrahma tattvam yuvanam Vashishthante vasatrishikaneravrutam brahmanishtaihi Acharyendram karakalita chinmudramanandarupam Swatma ramam mudita vadanam Dakshinamurtimide Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bhagiribodbhutam yata nidraya yasakshat kurute praboda samaye swatmanameva advayam tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaitam Sri Dakshinamurtaye बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राग्निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमहायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमयितं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणान् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमयितं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तत्त्वमस्यादि वेदवचसा यो बोधयति आश्रितान्. Vedavachas Mahavakya is the one of them is Tat Tvam Asi. This is a central point of Vedanta, so to say, for Dvaita Margins or Visishtadvaitins. They vary in their opinion about the Jiva Brahma Aikyatvam or Jiva Ishvara Aikyatvam. In the Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, the oneness is pointed out. Therefore, we saw in the 10th verse in the Ullasa here, Tat Tvam Asyadi Vakyestu Tayoho Aikyam Pradarsyate. Tayoho Ishvara Jivayoho. Between Jiva and Ishvara. And for example, we saw Soyam Purushaha iti ukte Pumanekaha hi drishyate. Soyam Devadattaha iti vakye. This is that Devadatta. One whom I saw yesterday in some shop as one who was wearing a coat, a tie, and nice shining shoe as a salesman there in that very shop, mall, is the same one whom I am seeing wearing probably a shorts and a t-shirt and laying on the couch at home. So then, what is not he wearing is the coat which I saw yesterday, or the shoes, etc., tie. What he is not right now is not in the same place where I saw him yesterday. Though the Desha and Kala and Upadi, time where I saw yesterday and today, place in the mall, now it is at home, Upadi, the dress, even though these are not the same, yet the person is the same. Puman Ekaha. That same Devadatta only, the person is the same, is here. So therefore, Yasmat Aropita Hedu Upadi Nibandanaha Beda Pradipasa. Aropita Dehadi Upadi Nimitta Nibandana. The Ishvaraha is Chaitanya Rupam, Maya Upadi Chaitanya Rupam. Sarvam Jagat Yasya Upadi. The entire world is own body, and which is referred as Maya Upadi. So Maya Upadi Sahita Chaitanyaha Ishvaraha. Avidya Upadi Sahita Chaitanyaha Jiva. Jiva is avidya as the Upadi. Avidya, when you say avidyakrita sarva karyani. Avidyakrita sarvani karyani upadi. All the effects of avidya is considered as the upadi of the jiva. All the effects of the maya, panchabhutani, that is considered as the upadi of Ishvaraha. And therefore here upadi nibandanaha bedam. Because of that only the Veda between Jiva and Ishvara. Tasmadeva Tadatmya Upadeshaha Jiva Parayoho Vedamsha Bhade on the elimination of. Jiva Parayoho Veda Amsha Bhade. What is the Veda between Jiva and Ishvara? That difference, that which creates due to upadis, Tesham Bhade Shrutya Upadishyate. With the help of the Shruti, he says, Tat Tvam Asyadi Vakyaihi. By the statement like that of Tat Tvam Asi, Pradarsyate, Jnapyate, Na Vidiyate. Beautifully put there. Jnapyate na Vidiyate. It's not an instruction. It is only a reminder. Jnanam Jnapakartam. Knowledge is here, Jnapakartam Jnanam. It is only to remind us what we have forgotten. Swakantaparanam yata. It's like one is wearing the necklace and searching all over the place until one is reminded that you are already wearing your necklace. Similarly, Amritatvam or the Atma is not something created. So, वो जो नहीं, which is not created, उसके कर्म का अवश्य है क्या? So that which is not created, that which cannot be created, what is the role of karma there? Karma is not used either for construction or destruction. So the avidya being not a karma kritam, it is not, avidya is not created by karma, therefore you cannot touch avidya with the karma. It is said, aviroditaya karma na avidyam vinivartayet, vidya avidyam nihanti eva tejas timira sangavat. In Atma Bodha it's written that avidya na virodhi karmana, na karma virodhi avidya. Kyun? Avidya karyam eva karma. Avidya's effect is karma. Avidya is the cause, karma is the effect. So, effect cannot destroy or oppose karanam. Isn't it? A necklace cannot fight with the gold. A mud pot cannot fight with the mud. Karma cannot fight with avidya. Because karma is born out of avidya. So, na avidyam minivartayet. It cannot destroy the karma, avidya. Vidya, on the other hand, the knowledge alone can destroy avidya. Vidya avidyam nihantyeva. Tejas timira sangavat. Like that of darkness can be dispelled by light. In the same way here, knowledge is not something that which creates anything here. It is only making us remember what is forgotten. Therefore, jnapyate jnanam, natu vidiyate. Anyasya anyatmatma vidana ayogat. Or nobody can create Atman for somebody else, or even somebody else cannot comprehend for somebody else's sake, self's sake. One has to do it oneself by self-remembering one's own true nature. Even the Guru cannot do anything about it. If the person is sleeping and you advise him, that person is not even listening or getting up to think about it. What can the Guru do? So it is the effort of this listener to recognize his own mistake. What are the adhyasa I have done, superimposition I have done on the Atman, which is by mistake. And therefore, one has to overcome that mistake by right knowledge. Siddham eva aikyam viruddha amshena viruddha amsha viruddha amsha apohena prakati kriyate ityartha. Viruddha amsha. Samanya amsham, the what is common in both of them, keeping that, and viruddha amsha tyagena. What is contradictory, that has to be removed, and what is common to be retained. In the example we saw, what is common is the Purusha, the person whom I saw in the shop, and the person whom I'm seeing at home, same. The coat and the tie and the shoe he was wearing is contradictory to t-shirt and the shorts that he's wearing, the viruddhamsha. Removing the viruddhamsha, keeping the common factor, one comes to realize that he is the same. In the same way, jivasya tata iswarasya viruddha amsha. Tayoho viruddha amsha. What is that? Jivaha avidya upadi. Ishvaraha Maya Upadi. Ishvaraha Sarvajnaha. Jivaha Alpajnaha. Jivaha Alpashaktiman. Ishvaraha Sarvashaktiman. Ishvaraha Sarvavyapi. Jivaha Alpavyapi. Jivaha Martyaha. Ishvaraha Sanatanaha. Ityadi Viruddhamshani Apohya. Apohena. Those contradictory things which are none other than, which are adhyasthani, adhyastha only, adhyasthaha, they are all none other than merely superimposed upon the Chaitanya. Therefore, tatra loke prasadishyam drishtantam aha soyamiti. Soyam Devadatta is a very well known drishtanta for this. So continuing here, tat gadartha tvam padarthascha. Tat padartha tvam padartha. What is the pada artha first? Yajjagat karanam tatvam tat padarthasya uchyate dehadibih parichinnah jivastu tvam padabidah yad prapancha karanam tattvam, that which is the prapanchasya karanam, the cause of the entire world, and that very entire, the cause of the entire world is the pada artha of tat. Ishvaraha, indicating Ishvaraha, the word tat represent, that one indicating, and which is known as the meaning, literal meaning of tat is, padartha is Ishvaraha. Why tat? Because it's presently one does not see his proximity. Not that God. We always say God somewhere up above. You don't say God, whether you in my pocket. No, God is always kept as a distant. Why? Sarvavyapi, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, Ishvaraha. It's always seen as somebody different from me, away from me, far from me. So the word tat is used to, that word, the meaning of that is Ishvaraha, who see yet prapancha karanam tattvam tat padartha. Sa means that. Whereas jivaha is what? Dehadibihi parichinnaha. Parichinnaha, conditioned, limited. Chid is to cut, parichid, parichinna, pari samantat. Upasarga is to indicate always, in all ways. Parichinnaha, dehadibihi, deha adibihi, deha manaha buddhi ahankara ityadibihi. Parichinnaha jivaha. So, Ishvaraha na parichinnaha. Aparichinna Ishvaraha, unlimited space, unlimited power, unlimited knowledge. Whereas Jivaha, Deha parichinnaha, Mana parichinnaha, Buddhi parichinnaha, Ankara parichinnaha, conditioned always by all these things. Jivaha Tvam pada abidaha. Tvam pada abidaha. Tvam pada abidaha means known by the word Tvam. Meaning Tvam padartha. Tat padartha Ishvaraha. Tvam pada artha jiva. Therefore, pada artha, literal meaning. So here he says, Adideva avastha vikshepa pradhana mayadi shapta vachya ajnana tatkarya bhuta bhautika pancha upahitataya parokshatvadi dharma visishta chidatma tat pada vachyartha ityartha. Padartha is also known as vachyartha, direct meaning. The direct meaning of the word tat is Chaitanyam, which is endowed with all the upadhis created with adi daivika and adibhautika tattvas. Adidaiva avastha vikshepa pradhana mayadi shaptavachya ajnana tatkarya bhuta adibhautika prapancha upahitataya. So it's are all the adjectives or adjuncts of, not adjectives, all the upadhis of Ishvaraha, who is indicated by the word Tat, and therefore that is the direct meaning of Tat. And he is Parokshatvadi Dharma Vishishtaha. Parokshatva means it is opposed to Aparokshatva. Aparoksha means Apara Akshaha. With no media, immediately what is known, without any media is known, is Paroksha, Aparoksha. That which is known only through some means, it is known as Aparoksha. In other words, distant, unseen, unknown, far away, grand, unlimited. Whereas here, so Parokshatvadi Dharma Visishtaha Chidatma, pure consciousness, Tat Pada Vachya Arthaha. That is the direct meaning of Tat. What is Tvam? Dehadibihi Adhyatma Avastha Avarana Shakti Pradhana Avidyadi Shaptavachya Ajnana Tatkarya Deha Dvaya Prapancha Upahitataya Aparokshatvadi Dharma Visishtaha Jidatma Tvam Padavachyartaha Ityartaha. That which is covered by the upadhis called the Deha, and also all the effects of avidya in the form of adhyatma, and also it is aparokshatvadi dharma visishtaha, which is for the seeker, it is known as I. Is the most proximate. That Ishvaraha, me, the Jiva. Ahameva. There's no need to somebody to introduce me to me. If somebody has to introduce me to someone, and that someone is always aparoksha, and I need not be introduced to myself. Sometimes, when somebody doesn't introduce me, then I have to say, I have to do self-introduction. So I'm so and so. But here, to me, I have to introduce myself to somebody else. I have to talk about it. I have to introduce myself to myself. What do I say? Do I have to? If I start talking to myself, then there'll be a problem there. What are you saying? I'm introducing myself to myself. So it is aparoksha. It is very well known. It is the most proximate. That Chidatma, that consciousness, Tvam Pada Vachyartaha. That is a direct meaning of Tvam. So that is clear. Tat representing Ishvaraha. That is a direct meaning. And Tat, that is Tvam, is the direct meaning of Jivaha. So Tat Tvam Iti. This is the two direct meanings of those two words. All right. Now again, the example of Soyam Devadattaha, here he brings about the Laukiki to idam pada mukyartho. Taddesha kala vastadau Drishta sa iti katyate. Tadedat deshakaladau. Drishto yamiti kirtyate. Katyate kirtyate. Katyate said. Kirtyate is well known. Kirti, well known. So, Katyate is spoken. Kirtyate is very well known. What? Taddeshakala avastadau drishtaha. Anything that is Taddeshakala, far away time and space. Space and time. The avastha condition. Taddeshakala avastadau drishtaha is very well seen, is saha iti uchyate, iti katyate. That is referred as saha. Saha means that. Whereas here, tada etat deshakalado. Etat means this. Etat deshakalado drishtaha ayam iti katyate. So ayam is this, saha is that. So in the saha ayam devadatta, in that example, saha, that one whom I saw in the mall, ayam, this whom I'm seeing at home, saha ayam. So these two, saha representing that deshakala, in the deshakala it is far away, and here it is ayam, this deshakala and avastha. Drishta ayam iti kirtyate is very well known. So in that statement, soyam devadattaha, devadattaha ekaha. Saha devadattaha, ayam devadattaha iti deshakala parichinna devadattaha. This devadatta which is conditioned by that and this, thatness and thisness is only to refer to the three conditioning called desha, kala and avastha. So, viruddha dharma tyage, viruddha amsha tyage, when the contradictory elements are eliminated, shesham devadattaha eva asti. What remains is only devadatta. He doesn't disappear. In the same way, Ishware api chaitanyaha ekaha eva, jive api chaitanyaha ekaha eva, tat egatvam darshayati tattvam asi priti vakyena. That oneness is what is indicated in that tattvam asi. That's why he says tattvam, the yo bodhayati ashritan tattvam asyadi vakyena yo bodhayati ashritan. Yes, so that's what yasyeva spurnam sadatmakam asat kalpartakam vasate sakshat tatvamasi iti vedavajasa yo bodhayatyashritan. Continuing here, mukyam tatedat vaishishtam vaidishtyam visrijya padayordvayoho pumatram lakshayatyekam yata soyam pumanavataha. Mukyam tad etat. What is mukyam? What is important here in the Soyam Devadatta? Devadatta is important. Without Devadatta, the coat, suit, the coat, that suit, and then the shoes and the place, etc., are irrelevant. If Devadatta is not there, who is wearing the coat and the suit and then the shoes, etc.? Does it have any meaning? In the same way, the shorts and the t-shirt, if the Devadatta is not there, is that become mukyam? So what is mukyam in That Devadatta is the Mukyam. And what is not Mukyam is Vaishishtyam. Vaishishtyam, which is added to him, which is without the Devadatta, it has no meaning. In the same way, here, without Devadatta, the shirt and the short has no meaning. So, Mukyam tadedat Vaishishtyam Visarjya. What is the Vishesha that is being removed? Vishesha means that which is adjective or added to him. Visarjya. Padayor dvayoho pum matram. In these two words, pum matram, the person alone, lakshyati, shows, indicates ekam. Yata soyam puman vachaha. So, the soyam puman vache, in that particular statement, as it is important to keep what is important, what is mukyam, and removing what is secondary, only adjectives. In the same way, in tatpade, in that statement, in that word tat, Ishvara is a mukyam. All the upadhis are visheshas only. Similarly, Jiva is, there also, the Ishvare, what is Mukyam? Ishvaratva is not Mukyam. Ishvare yadasti, Chaitanyam eva Mukyam. Ishvara because of his adjectives. Similarly, the Jiva is a Jiva only with the adjectives added to the Chaitanyam. So, Chaitanyam eva Mukyam, Jishvara pade, and Ishvaratvam is Vishesha only. Similarly, Jive, Mukyam is Chaitanyam, Jivatvam is Vishesha only. So, Vishesha Vastu Tyage, Mukyam Tadedat Vaishishtyam Visrujya, Padayoho Dvayoho Punmatram Lakshati. That which is there as a presence, just like in Soyam Devadattaha. Ubayatra Lakshyartaha Vachyamsho Viruddhamshaha Parityagena Upayanugata Viruddhamshaha Abhiruddhamshaha Ubayatra Lakshyartaha Edi Matva Lakshanaya Akanda Vakyartha Bodhanam Soyam Devadattaha Edi Vakya Dashtantena Upapadayadi Mukyam Iti Tat Vaishishtyam Saha Iti Pada Nirishtam Paroksha Deshakaladi Vaishishtyam Edat Vaishishtyam Ayam iti Ayam iti Pada Nirdishtam Aparoksha Deshakaladi Vaishishtyam Mukyam Vachyam Visruchya Anugadam Ubayatra Pumatram. So, now here the words that are used that are called Vakyartha and Lakshyartha. So the Lakshyartha is what is indicated. Vakyartha is what is meant. Sometimes we take the literal meaning of something and we lose the hidden meaning of that statement. Hidden means what? What it indicates. Don't we say sometime when we talk and somebody mistakes our statement, don't take it literally, you mean? So what do you mean by don't take it literally? No, what I mean is, what is indicated to you, that you take. So here also, the padartha or vachyartha is to be eliminated, and what is to be taken is only the lakshyartha. So there are many aspects of it that we'll see. Here he is going to explain that also. Pratyaktam cha paraktam cha Tyaktva Tat Tvam Asi Vak Tadaiva Lakshayatyakyam Jivatma Paramatmanoho. So here, Pratyaktvam and Paraktvam. Pratyaktvam means the proximityness, which is otherwise known as the uh, innermost presence. That's why it's called Pratyak Chaitanya, Pratyak Atma. Pratyak, coming from the word Pratyach. Pratyach, Pratyach. That means that which is the closest, the immediate. So, the immediateness of the presence of the consciousness and then the apparent distance, Paraktuvam, the distance, cha tyaktva, having been eliminated. We should eliminate that. So, because it is important for us to arrive at the identity indicated by the statement. And here, Tat Tvam Asi Vakya is a Veda Vakya. Well, let us understand. It is a common sense for us to understand that the statement indicates oneness and not the difference. Why? Difference is already known. If a student comes, where is God? God is far away from you. That I know. God is different from me. That also I know. God created the world and he probably is gone away from it. That also I think I know. So the Upanishad need not be studied to know what is already known. So why is that Upanishad take an effort to teach the student about something which he has to know, which is not known? Ajnatasya jnapakartam jnanam. What is unknown to be reminded to us, that is what is the work of the knowledge. Jnatasya jnapakartam na jnanam, na shrutihi. Shrutihi is avashakam, Shruti is na avashakam Shrutihi. The Shruti is not necessary for us to know anything that is already known. So if somebody is looking at a snake and says it is a snake, and there is everybody, let's say they are starting to look only the snake, and only one person is actually seeing the rope, it is a responsibility of that person to say, hey, you are all making a mistake. It is not a rope. It is not a snake. It's only a rope. Then only it's called Upadesha. If everybody is agreeing to call it as a snake, and there is no need for anybody to come and tell, or if any one of them who is not seeing the rope can ever tell anything new to them. So the Upanishad statement is first of all to be considered as a statement of fact. इसमें ही ज्ञान शुरू होता है. श्रद्धावान एव लभते ज्ञानम. क्या श्रद्धा होना चाहिए? Upanishad Vakya is to indicate to us the truth of a fact which is not known to us right now. So when it is said, Prayatyaktvam cha paraktam cha tyaktva tattvamasi divak tata eva lakshyati. Lakshyati, it indicates. For it is not merely by reading the statement one can understand. That is what is called indicative meaning. What it indicates is not a literal meaning. So you have to take back and look at it carefully. I was in somebody's house 2 days back, and there was a modern art. The modern art business is very nothing you can understand. It's only color, some. So I was sitting there in the sofa and I was looking at it. So the host, he came and sat next to me. Asked him, "You bought this painting?" "Yeah." "What does it mean?" He said, "What it means to you, you just watch." So I was watching it. And interestingly, as I went on observing carefully, it's nothing but various lines and colors, and various colors are there, and all. Went on watching, and suddenly I saw a form of a person sitting in meditation. And then I looked carefully. It was very clear to me. Slowly, it made sense. So I looked at him and said, he smiled at me. "Are you seeing it?" I said, "Yes, a person sitting. Yes. That is why I bought this." When by a glance you look at it, it is just a uneven color combinations. But only when you sit down and keep watching it carefully, you will see. So, what it means? Only when we come to contemplate upon this statement, we come to realize what the Upanishad wants us to understand. If you mainly that, thou art that, what does it mean? By itself, it means what? Thou and that are not the same. Thou art that. Doesn't make sense to me. But even the statement is made by the Upanishad, you are that. How can I be that? Start inquiring that. It's a statement for you to contemplate on. Don't just keep on repeating Tatvamasi, 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 Tatvamasi. It doesn't work. You have to start thinking. Mananam karna chahiye. Manan karna chahiye. So, manan karne se, what is that which is to be, which we can understand? Lakshyartham. What is it? It is indicating. What is it pointing out? As Gurudev would say, when I am showing the BMI chart, don't look at my hand, don't look at the stick, don't even look at the words or letters that are there, but what is that is indicated here? B means what? Body. M means mind. I means intellect. V means vasanas. And they are not just words, they are indicating your condition. That body, mind, intellect are constantly being under the control of the vasanas, and therefore you are not able to reach to the Om. These are all only indicators. Don't go by the literal meaning of it. So yata soyam devadattah iti vakyam lakshyati akhandam evam tat tvamasi iti vakyam api swapadartha gata viruddha amsha prahanena anugata chinta matramsha badaya akhandam sattvam lakshyati lakshyet ityaha. Having rejected the direct meaning of it, it indicates the absolute nature of this jiva, which is none other than the essence of Ishvaraha. That is, in essence, jiva and Ishvara are essentially one and the same. Because the word tat, the word tvam are not indicating two different things. This two words indicating the same object is known as Samanadhikaranam. Samanadhikaranam. Adhikaranam is adhishtanam. Sama adhishtanam. Same adhishtan hai. Both. Dono ko same adhishtan hai. Both of them having same substratum. It is like we say, pataha gataha asti. The Pataha Gataha Asti, even though Gataha is also Pradama Vibhakti, Pataha is also Pradama Vibhakti, Asti is also Prathama. Pot, cloth are. Pot and cloth are. Let us say, pot and a cloth are. You are that. Now tell me, what is the connection between pot and the cloth? Both are. So, both are. Is it the same as you and that thou are that? Thou, you, that are. Now, Tvam is also the Pradama Vibhakti. Tat is also Pradama Vibhakti. Are. Now, how is that these three are all of them having the same gender, same number? So they will call CNR, case number and gender, case number and case number and gender, CGN. Yes, CGN. CNG or CNG, whatever you call. Case number and gender. But case is what? Gone case. No, Pratama Vibhakti. Number Ekaha. Gender masculine. Or even say neuter also, you can say. It need not be gender also, because necessarily they same number, same case number and tense also. Tense, which was past tense, present tense. But in case of Vibhakti, this is not necessary there. Now, Pataha Gataha Asti. Then Pataha and Gataha cannot be same. Pata is not Gata, Gata is not Pata. Pot is not cloth, cloth is not the pot. The Tat Tvam Asi Vakya is not like that. That's what he's trying to point out. Both Tat and Tam are indicating the same object. And that alone is called Samanadhikaranya. Raja Ramaha. Now what is that? There is one Raja, there is one Rama. No. Raja eva Rama, Rama eva Raja. So here, Tat and Tvam are not indicating two different objects. They are indicating the same thing. Though there are two words, but they are having a common adhikarana. That is called Samanadhikarana. Therefore, in the next verse, he says, Samanadhikaranyakyah Sambandha Patayoriha Visheshana Visheshyatvam Sambandhasyat Padartayoho Lakshya Lakshana Samyogat Vyakyamaikyam cha bodhayet. So Samanadhikaranya, as I explained, Samanadhikarana Karanyakya, what is known as, what is called as Samanadhikarana. As the footnote says, Adhikarana means substratum, Samana means same. So the word means having the same substratum. When we say this is a blue lotus, the blueness and the lotusness inhere in the same substratum called the flower. When you say blue lotus, Neela Utpalam, Neelam cha Utpalatvam cha, Neelatvam cha Utpalatvam cha, Eke Pushpe Asti. So in one Pushpa alone is there. The flower is called blue lotus. The idea here is that both the words Tat and Tvam have the same substratum, which is Shuddha Chaitanyam. So blue is not lotus. Lotus is not blue. Blue is a color. Lotus is the one of the species of the flowers. Okay. So blue lotus, when you say Neela Utpalam, Neelam is indicating the flower. Lotus is also indicating a flower. Among the flowers, lotus is one species, one variety. Among the colors, blue is one color. So therefore, in the Neelotpalam, in that both of them are used to indicate the Pushpam. Both are indicators of the same thing. So here a further note says, Visheshana is the quality, Vishesha is that which is qualified. So here the Visheshana is the blue. Blueness is the Visheshana and lotus is a Visheshya. Similarly, Jiva, the meaning of Tvam is the Visheshana, and Ishvaraha, the meaning of that is the Visheshya. Ishvara cannot be the Lord unless there is subject like Jiva. Ishvaraha, Ishvaratvam is only because there are Jivas. If you say God, if to indicate anybody as God, there must be something which qualifies him to be a God. The world. If you say, somebody says, I am a husband. Okay, who's your wife? I don't have one. So then you don't call yourself as husband now. Similarly, that Visheshana and Visheshya Sambandha. That is, Ishvaratvam is possible only when there is Visheshya called Jiva. In the same way as it is in the case of the flower is there. Both are indicating the flower only. So the lotus must have some color. So the color is indicated here, the blueness has been qualifying the lotus as a flower, lotus flower. So this way, the Jiva is the one which is necessary for us to have the Ishvaratva in the Ishvara itself. This is just to indicate the Sambandha, Lakshya Lakshana Sambandha. So Lakshana is an implication. Lakshya is that which is implied. When the red, so another example that is given, Shonaha Davati. Red is running. How can red run? So if we say, oh, red is running, the word red implies to the red horse. Red is a Lakshana and horse is a Lakshya, even though the Lakshya is not stated in that very statement. Red is running, horse is not stated. Right? Blue lotus, flower is not stated. Tat Tvam, Ishvara is not stated. Jiva is not stated there. So that is why what is unstated, unspoken must be indicated. In Tat, Ishvara is indicated. In Tvam, Jiva is indicated. Though the Ishvara word or Jiva word is not there anywhere. But both of them are in the same statement, in single statement. Therefore, it must have a Samanadhikaranya. That is what is point here. The very statement is relevant only when both of them are indicating a Samana, same Adhikaranam, Samana Adhikaranam, same substratum. Then only that makes a sense. So red implies the red horse. Red is a Lakshana and the horse is a Lakshya. Details of interpreting the sentence, Tat Tvam Asi by method are developed in the next two verses. Now, he will talk about how this lakshyartha is important to derive the meaning, even though in that Tat Tvam Asi, there is no direct indication of Jiva or Ishvara. It is only saying you and that. And you must be recognized as Jiva. That must be recognized as Ishvara, though not stated. And also, one more step forward is both of them indicating the same thing, which is Chaitanya. If it is going above the head, I am not responsible for that. But that because that is how it is explained. Now he will explain the three kinds of lakshyarthas. Jahal lakshana, ajahal lakshana, jahajahal lakshana. Those who have studied Vakyavritti will understand this. Those who have done Vedanta Sara also will understand this. Those who have done the foundation, advanced course in CAF also would have come across this. So, Jahal Lakshana, Ajahal Lakshana, Jahaj, Ahajat, Ajahal Lakshana. It's important for us to just go through that for us to know how that statement of Tat Tvam Asi is used to instruct the student about the common factor called Chaitanya, which the teacher wants to make the Jiva to understand you are that. Meaning, even at this moment, even though you are considering yourself as not the Paramatma Tattva, but Upanishad in no uncertain terms, it is clearly pointing out that reality of every being is one and the same. And in the absence of this awareness alone is all the bondages, samsara. So it is necessary for the Upanishad to make this clear to the student. Let's see more of it, because if we take up the topic, it'll take time. So I will start in the next class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.